How are you? Let's see. Where are we? Drop me a comment if you're here. It is Thursday morning, the last day of our challenge. Does anybody feel like we need a campfire right now so we can sit around it? Hi, Anne. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm here. How are you all? It's the last day of the challenge. I don't really like the last day. I now wish we were just starting, and I feel like it went so fast. It's already Thursday. So drop me a comment. We're not supposed to start until 8. Thought I'd bring show and tell today. Did y'all paint with me last night? I think many of you painted with me twice last night. Or yesterday, I should say. I know. How can it be our last day? Oh, I didn't even set the other camera up. Don't know if I'll need it. I don't think I will, but I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on just in case. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Put that back in. I was up late last night. Couldn't fall asleep. Couldn't slow my brain down. I really should have just grabbed a couple of things, and I don't think I'll need it, but should I need it, it's available. Okay, good morning. Good morning. I see lots of people popping in. So we're primarily done with the painting, and I want to know what y'all thought of the 3 pieces that we did. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I am seeing some amazing art on this page. And I'm wondering if anybody has ever not done one of my challenges, or not been a painter, or not really had a lot of experience. What was your take on it? For those of you who are experienced and trained art journaling professionals, I don't know where you get that license from, but I would love to hear your feedback about the 3 pages that we did. I thought, oh, we're still not due to start. I'll just sit here and wait. Okay, there we go. All right, people are logging in. That's good. That is good. I'll wait. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm always on time. So good morning, good morning, good morning. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and bring them. I answered as much as I possibly could as we were going along. I do want to say to you, these were the 3. What's funny is we did them backwards in the order. I thought we would do it the other way around, but I love the way it worked out. So this was day 1. Good morning, Diane. There was day 2. I think my favorite part of this was we incorporated nature in that, which was even better. Oops, this was supposed to be that. Oh, no. There's one. I should show you the other one. Good morning. Way behind in painting. We'll catch up the weekend while I'm watching football. That sounds like a really good weekend to me. So we ended up doing them in the opposite order. It was funny because I had a lot of requests for sunflowers, and then originally we were supposed to do something like this, but I incorporated the pumpkin at the very bottom. It is sad that it's the last day. I would agree. These challenges go so quickly. Good morning, Beth. Good morning, Rosemarie. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Sandra. So, by the way, today is supposed to be like 5 degrees cooler, which means we might possibly get to below 100, if that makes sense. Good. I really thought this week flowed really well in what we built up. A lot of people, I got a lot of messages, and I'm going to answer questions. I got a lot of messages last night. I don't really check my DMs and stuff like that, but last night I kind of went through and wrote down questions. Nancy is, I love this, is saying, my first challenge, I loved it. I just had a hard time with paint and water and making water blossoms. My favorite was the leaves. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to answer some questions to you. Anne does have an email if you do want to contact her. It's support@yourartfuljourney.com. I just want to say most of the questions I got were about your artful journey. I didn't really get any. I got some questions about how you control the amount of water. That really comes from trial and error experience, knowing when to have more water, knowing when to have less water, and also pulling water. You can pull some paints and waters back. I had a couple people who said that they worked the paints for so long that they started to pick back up their paint. And in that case, I just say let it dry. Best thing it can do is dry. You could layer over it. I had some questions about types of watercolors. Let me just tell you, as far as types of watercolors, I have gone through this is my basic teaching set. Let's see, like these with school kids. These work fantastic. These work great. So as far as like a budget goes and where should you begin, the ones that I use, the Prima Odyssey and Classic set. Now that Classic set, you can't go wrong just because classic colors means that you will you'll be able to make any color you want. Your primaries, any of your primaries. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Those are the colors of the rainbow. I know yesterday you said that you like to use watercolor or mixed media paper. Do they hold paper better? Watercolor paper is meant for watercolors. It is made exactly to absorb that water, and it is a wonderful surface for watercolors. Mixed media does well as well because it's a thicker, heavier paper as well. I use both. I use both interchangeably, and you notice too when I teach. Somebody said, like, what are the basic supplies you need for your artful journey? Pretty much everything we used in this challenge in your artful journey will set you fine. I like to dabble in acrylics because I come from the land of mixed media. So paper does have a big influence on how things will work. A plain paper or copy paper just isn't going to take the water. It's not meant to absorb the water. Good morning, Lisa with 2 S's. Connie said the Prima sets are addicting. Yes, they are. I have them all. I mean, I pretty much have, I think I have them all. There's some here. I have them in every corner. There's some in my nightstand. They're in my nightstand. What other sets do I use? Obviously, I love Sennelier, but that's a little more expensive. So I just want to tell you, you don't need expensive supplies to carry on the habit of art journaling. Why do I art journal? Why do I art journal? Because it has led me to wonderful things. It has also slowed and calmed my brain down. Just that 15 to 20 minutes a day makes me show up better to my family. Okay, questions. I'm going to keep answering as you go. Okay, what about transfer paper? Transfer paper, this is Deco Arts. Transfer paper, Arteza. If you go to my resources page, by the way, everything I used, I give you a link, if you're looking to order off of Amazon. Transfer paper typically comes in like a graphite color for white paper, and then white if you're going onto a dark surface. So know that. If you're going onto a black or dark surface, you can also get white transfer paper. Did that answer that question, Marianne? Do you ever use tubed water acrylics? Yes, I do, because guess what? Here they are. Oh, I don't know if I can get this out. Yes, I do. Gouache, watercolors, tubed acrylics, yes, I do. I also refill my pans. By the way, your pans are made of tubed water acrylics. So when I run out of, in fact, most of them I'm going to go through and refill. I'm not too particular on my yellows, so I'm actually going to pull this Daniel Smith yellow out. And I'm going to refill the yellow in my classic set. Oh, handsy. Oh, I really like a darker one. But yeah, do you see I keep, my Daniel Smith ones are separate. So yes, I do. I love them. I love them. You can let them dry, and then you can put them on your palette, let them dry. You can use them over and over and over again. They last forever. So hopefully that I have many of the Prima's very affordable, beautiful colors. Yep, Tracy, that hopefully answers your question. Go ahead. I love the questions. I love the questions. And I'll answer lots of questions about your artful journey. You can join until Monday. The doors close. This challenge featured watercolors, yet I see lots of acrylics behind us. Tell us about your projects using acrylics. Okay, I love that question. Okay, I used to work for Deco Art. Hold on. You want to see paint? I got paint. My dog's probably back there too. That I used to work for Deco Art. So Donna, if that explains where I come from, that's the other half of my studio, which is great because I can set that camera up as well. Okay, let's talk about mixed media real quick. I will answer that. This happens to be one of many books that are mixed media acrylic. I do a lot every third Wednesday of the month. I do mixed media for free on my Wednesday night live. This is just some, I guess, you know, I guess I didn't really set this up, but there you go. I could just flash through this. I can just flash through my book. So this is all mixed media. Da da da, da da da, da da da. Okay, does that answer that question? Look at that. I just love texture. Okay, so that's my current, that's what I'm working on now. This, you might, I share these, but every third Wednesday, oh, that's sticking. I'll come back to me. But that's my book, okay? It's showing better. I didn't set the other camera up. Oh, look at that. It's a canvas behind me. See, this is also my idea book. That is also my idea book. That's a canvas back there. So I work, so if you're wondering about gouache versus, oh, by the way, gouache, also watercolors, they're all water-based. So acrylic paints. You can water down acrylic paints and use them like watercolors. Gouache are more opaque. I use gouache a lot as well, and they're more opaque. Watercolors tend to be more translucent. Now, the way I use watercolors, I use them so thick that they're really not translucent. That particular book was sent to me to try, and I don't have a resource for it yet. They've asked me to wait and hold off on sharing that. I'm trying to find a resource for it. They sent it to me to experiment with the papers. I get sent a lot of stuff to see if I like it, would I use it? I did have some constructive things to say, but that particular book, I'll give you the resources later. Thank you, Leslie, for that question. Are your Wednesday demos still available to watch? They're all on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel. Those are very free, quick demos. Okay, your artful journey, the doors are open to that. The cost is $37 a month, $370 a year. A lot of questions I was asked, like, what supplies do I need? That was the number one question. Anything you used in this challenge is pretty much what I use in my monthly membership. What do you get with the monthly membership? I am live 2 to 3 times with just my members. We get a different technique. We get a different theme, and we concentrate on that for the month. And we use them in so many different ways. Uh-oh. Pool guy is here. Hold on, I gotta close my door. Sorry, my watchdog. My watchdog is out on me. Do I just paint flowers? The answer. Oh, sorry, Siri. Now she's yelling at me. Okay, do I just paint flowers? No, I do leaves, I do trees, I do nature. I'm not a big face painter. I don't do, well, I do paint faces of kids at the local. If you have a party, I'm your girl. I try fruit, vegetables, landscapes. I'm inspired by nature, but again, I don't typically work with oils. I don't prefer them. I'm really in water-based mediums, and I'm typically inspired by nature. The great thing is butterflies, moss, insects, plants, that kind of thing. So you're welcome, Laura. I like to answer any question. Okay, Beth, excellent question. Are the videos available to watch later with your membership? When you sign up, sunsets. Thank you, Kathleen. I have lots of sunsets. I'll show those as well. With the membership, when I am live, that's 2 to 3 times a month. We do 2 morning meditations and we call it Wine with Wine. You don't have to drink wine, but my last name means apple wine, so we joke. I normally drink tea. So we do those live. Those all go in your portal. Those all get loaded into your portal, and everything is accessible from day one. Started the membership 2 years ago, so you can go back to 2 years ago, and everything is loaded in your portal. So right when you join, you can go into that portal, you log in. I just saved the password, I keep it logged in. You can go through videos. I have core videos. I have videos about what I recommend to basically start, but you already did this challenge, so you pretty much know what I like. You'll see things that I use over and over, but every one of those videos, including the live videos and my technique videos, are all housed in one portal. Thank you. Sunsets, houses. Sunsets were a big thing for me as well. We did a whole month on sunsets, which then led to, and like I said, every third, see, that's mixed media, that's acrylic. When you sign up, you're not just getting the information I started with, you're getting, or just from now, when you start, you're getting it from day one. I'm looking for sunsets. Okay, here's a sunset. I think that was one of our challenges. I do different things. The other thing is you get access to our private Facebook group, which is just for sharing your artwork and sharing the lessons. Beth, how soon? You get the welcome letter right away and you can jump right into the portal. You'll be welcomed into the Facebook group. I want to say the end of next week. You'll be in there for October, the Facebook group. Got that? I'm looking, I have like a whole thing of sunsets and I have no idea. If you do month-to-month subscription, does access to the past videos end when your subscription ends? When your subscription ends, access to the portal ends. I have had people ask me, can you convert, because there's 2 free months if you do a yearly, can you convert from monthly to yearly? The answer is yes. Can you quit at any time? The answer is yes. But when you are done, you don't have access to the private Facebook group, that's for members only, and to the portal, that is for members only. Okay. Oh, we did ornaments. Oh my God. Yeah, we did ornaments, pine tree. Oh my God. I'm sorry. It's been, don't you guys feel like 2 years has been a blur? Yeah. And by the way, the Facebook community, I also do, just so you know, the Post-it notes have been started. I just haven't hung them. I wanted to be wearing a cute outfit and I was in sloppy pajamas last night. Month to month is automatically processed until you tell us you don't want it processed further. Good, great, I love this. I love this. And I don't want to tell the members what next month is. Any members here want to stand up? By the way, I'm going to be talking and featuring your Artful Journey members Thursday. What's today? Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'll be talking to 2 Artful Journey members a day. So, there we go. If you want to hear from members, if any of my members want to say what it's like, please go for it. Odyssey. Okay, I'm looking. I got to go back a little bit. Odyssey is my favorite set. I've used all of the Inca and Maui. They are now empty. What can I use to refill them? So Prima does make refills in tubes for some of some, did you hear me? Some of their pans. So you want to contact the manufacturer of those. Sorry, I can't help. I'd have to get, if it were me, I would go get a Daniel Smith tube and match it as closely as possible, and I'd put it in there if they don't have it. I know they do their primaries. I love all the access to the lessons at my pace. That's the one thing I do want to tell people, and I felt like with this challenge, we rush through. We go like boop, 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 boop. Your artful journey is done at your own pace, and I always tell people that they're on different paths in their journey. And I have a success path that is set up for exactly that. Here's the thing. I don't want you all to stay in the same place. I want you to keep building. I want you to go outside of the art journal. I want you to go on, well, here's an example. I want you to go on denim. Yep. So all of the lessons that you do are meant for you to go and learn more and more. I love this. I can't wait to do last night's demo and also the challenge because I was in, the hospital, Donna. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to read that out loud. Well worth the investment in me. I love that. Is there a difference between acrylic watercolors? I don't know if I have any acrylic watercolors. Because acrylic paints have binders and resins in them, which take out the opacity of things. So typically, most colors that you find in nature are transparent in nature. What they add to acrylic paints and the pigment is binders and resins that make that less opaque. I don't have any acrylic watercolors. I don't think. I'd have to look. I use straight up watercolors, and I do use straight up gouache. The rest I have are acrylics in a tube. Sorry, I don't exactly know the answer to that one. But I'm not going to claim I know the answer, but I could probably find it. If y'all are going to the retreat, on your list to bring is denim. That's the denim I'm bringing. If not, I'm wearing them. It's in November. What you teased us, I know I did tease you on the prompt. By the way, I think October, I'm almost positive. You'll need to go into your kitchen for something. Okay, that's the only hint I'm going to give. Okay, I think I answered that. Aside from the great lessons, the support of the tribe is tremendous. I can't tell you. I think yesterday I went in there and I said, I love you guys. Okay, and I just needed to say it. I love spending all day in the portal. Some days, other days, just an hour or two. And yeah, somebody said to me, and I get comments, I just don't have time. I understand. I make, by the way, the lessons are approximately, the technique that we release every month is approximately 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I never want you to feel like you have to watch hours and hours of things because I have a small attention span, really small, really small. And I don't want to have to watch like hours of lessons. So that's why we do the live sessions as well. So that way we can work on what we're concentrating on for the month. And nobody's take is the same. Nobody's take is the same. I also give examples of things I've done. And here's the thing. I record content usually for 4 to 6 months in advance. I don't have that now, which I sit down and do all my recording in a day. So when the month is released, I do all the lessons with you over again. And then I feel like you have all these various techniques to pull from, and it's fun because people go, I combined the salt technique with this technique. I did this border with this. And the creativity is endless. So hopefully that answers. And it does, like I said, I keep going back to it doesn't take a lot of supplies. Somebody said if I'm paying X number, $37 a month or $370 a year, how many more supplies do I need? You don't need this. You don't need this. In fact, most of the stuff that I use, this goes with me in this. Or if I'm going like camping or something, or long periods of time, it fits in this, okay? I'm all about portability. Portability. I want to be able to take it with me. So hopefully that answers your question. Again, life changes. I love it too, because I have members who have had to quit for one reason or another, just life got in the way, and now they're coming back. For the most part, I want to say a lot of people join monthly and end up upgrading to yearly. I think Connie might have mentioned that. Your artful journey has increased my confidence, and I get so much inspiration from Tracy in the group. Yeah, it is true. Even the same lesson looks unique through our own hands. All wonderful. That is the best way to word that. When we started your artful journey, when we started it, the one question I got asked was, how do I find my own art voice? You find it. You find it. You do the lessons, but it's going to be a reflection of you. Is there a list of what you consider the basic supplies? Yes, I believe there's a core video right when you join, and I talk about basic supplies. I will tell you this, Alice, the basic list, the list that I provided you for this challenge is really like my basic supply list. An art journal, watercolors. I recommend starting in primaries or the classic colors because you can't go wrong there. But you're going to build from there. We also had a month of watercolor markers. By the way, I can't, hold on. Let me just keep going. I like an aquarellable pencil, a basic black stamp pad, archival ink. So there's some basic brushes I recommend. I have discounts to those. A stencil brush. What else? Transfer paper, but I encourage everybody to draw and paint right with me. What else, guys? Did I say the art journal? That would be number one. I mean, you can put it on regular paper. I don't care what you're painting on. The other thing about this is it is member driven. The community drives what I do. You'll notice every so often I put out a what would you like to see next? All I keep hearing about is liner work, liner work, liner work. So I believe November is going to be liner work. I just haven't. Oh, Sharpies, Sharpies. Sharpies. So Art Masters is a separate group. The founding member launch has happened. In fact, I booked my flight yesterday. I'm going to New Mexico. We are going to film our last 2 episodes next week. Filming my next 2 episodes the first week of October. Art Masters is completely separate. And we haven't launched that officially. We just did the founding member launch. But all of those episodes should be launching in the fall soon. I think November. We're in production right now. I'm filming the last 2 next week. Thank you for that question, Angelica. Okay, yeah, Sharpie. I can't forget Sharpies. Somebody asked me yesterday on Sharpies. The smell gets to them. I also like micron markers. I like Faber-Castell markers. Here's Pitt Artist pens. I like those. I don't think those smell. And I like Secura Micron. I like permanent. I also like cheap. So cheap and permanent equals Sharpie for me. Okay. Nope, you haven't missed anything, Deborah and Art Masters. We decided to film everything, produce everything, edit everything, and like a Netflix thing, we are probably going to let you decide. We haven't decided if we're dropping it all at once or in episodes, so I'll let you know. I'm doing, like I said, I just booked last night when I was done, my travel to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico, which I'm excited about because I am obsessed with New Mexico. Ever since I went, I'm obsessed. That's where some of my sunsets came from. All right. Any other material questions or your artful journey questions or the challenge questions? Did you get all 3 pieces done? Did it go too fast? Did it go too slow? You know, whenever I ask questions and I get the constructive criticisms, I have to watch myself. Oh my God. Pam just said, I sent my picture of my 3-day grateful heart, or of my I think it's third day, to my granddaughter. Her friend got on the phone today and asked me if he could have the leaf one in a frame for his wall. He said he was so inspired by it. The saying on it was, nature is the art in itself. It really made me feel good. So Pam, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I would like you to be on that success path where you haven't picked up a paintbrush to now you're either selling your art, you're painting on everything. I just got, I needed a bag to hold all my pens. I bought bags yesterday. I'm going to experiment and paint on those. So stay tuned for that. I share just about everything. Your Artful Journey members just get to learn about everything. That's what we do. Thank you. I love that. Ah. You know what I realized too? If you build it, they will come. When we started Your Artful Journey, it was with a mere, we launched it with founding members, and those founding members have been with me since day one. And I thank you very much because they were the ones who were so instrumental in building what we have today and telling me what they wanted to see. By the way, Nancy, go green. I'm a Spartan. Graduated in 1992 with a degree in building construction management and finance. What brand acrylic paint do you use in the colors? Payne's Gray, Quinn Gold. I couldn't find it in the Deco Art brand. They are in the Deco Art brand. They're under media. If you go onto my resources page, you can click to Deco Art. There's a discount code. They're in the Deco Art media line. This isn't a really good picture, but hold on. You know what? Hello, I have a camera over my head. I'll hold this up. Okay, Deco Art Media. Deco Art Media. They are Deco Art. They're in their media line. Okay, good, great questions. I know I kind of pulled a fast one by throwing acrylics in there, but that I like to mix and match things. Jennifer, how do you make your watercolors blend? I have such trouble with that. Does the quality of the paint make a difference? Okay, the answer is yes. And I'm going to say this now. I said this at the beginning, like these praying watercolors. I love them and I can use them. When blending your watercolors has to do with the amount of water, so really experiment with water. There are certain watercolors I just don't like. I'm not going to tell you what they are. They tend to be a little chalky. They scratch off. Sometimes you do get what you pay for. So if you're going to go to your box stores and pick up some of the off brands, I say fine, because that's a great space to learn from and then build up from there. Like I have an expensive, this set right here. This set is from France, Sennelier. This is not cheap. I didn't start with this. I wouldn't recommend that. However, it's the brightest, boldest colors. Daniel Smith, can't go wrong. I love Daniel Smith. However, I will tell you this, it's just a good place to start. So yes, the quality of paints do make a difference, but also the water. How much water are you putting in with things? Yes. Yeah, if I just recommend you don't invest in something that you're going to waste and use the heck out of it. Did that answer your question? Elaine said, I enjoyed it. I found it to be fast, but you can go back and rewatch, which is perfect. I've learned that watercolors are awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Elaine. I crammed a lot in here. I did. And for $10, by the way, people complain, for $10, that's what I want. I want you to walk away feeling and knowing you can do it and having done it. I started with Target, brand set, great way to start. That's it, yeah. When we join the tribe, how soon will we be able to join and access the videos and portals? You should get a welcome video right away. Is that correct, Ann? You can access the portal today. I had people yesterday telling me they were in. Quality of paper really does matter. Yes, it does. I use Hahnemühle and Grumbacher. Hahnemühle sponsors me. I like Grumbacher. I'm not really a paper snob, Strathmore, but buying buying, like, that's the other thing too. Start inexpensive paper, work your way up. Remember, this is your idea book. It's your diary. You can go to other surfaces from there, okay? Don't get trapped in just the book, but this book can go to the DMV. It can go to the dentist office. You can't take a canvas and acrylic paints to the DMV. They don't really frown at, they frown on that. I'll be flying with mine. I fly with mine all the time. Okay, yes, it helped. Thank you. I have used Crayola, Koi, and Crazy Art, all with different results. I have all of those. Crayola I have as well. Let's see, here is Koi. This is Koi. I don't know why, wasn't my favorite, but it travels well. See, also use your watercolors when you buy them. I have so many people who save their stuff and it looks so pristine. These are Grumbacher. So Grumbacher makes an opaque set and then they make a translucent set. I have those. Oh, this is a Japanese brand. I list these. I love these. I like the color. They're really, some of them are really opaque and they come in like metallics. Alta New. Hold on. I'm going to be so mad at myself because I have to go to work. Look at this. Every one of my, I don't take all of these along. So these are Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith, by the way. Oh my God, I love Daniel Smith, but I like their tubes. Daniel Smith. I need to go back to this set a little bit. Okay, Daniel Smith. Here's Ulta New. I like their sets. I should put those away. I kind of feel like when you do something like this, I kind of feel like it's my job to go out. Not my job. Well, it's part of my job. It is like my job to go out and like buy as many as I can. I don't really ever say, oh, I hate that set of watercolors. But there is a set that I do not like, and it's sold at one of the big box stores. And I don't like it. Okay, yes, it helped. Okay, good. I avoided watercolors for years after doing challenges and joining the tribe. Watercolors are now my favorite. Oh, I have to arrow down. You talked about ironing the back of your finished art. Do you put anything, okay, between the iron and the artwork? Yeah, I would put either a piece of like, what do you call that? What's that? Is it parchment paper? Or I would put a thin towel. I don't really iron. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about paper real quick. Here's an example. So when you paint on, this is a mixed media book. This is by Strathmore. This was like, well, actually this was like when I came back into art journaling, this was the book that started your artful journey, by the way, this exact book. So this book, the paper really did wrinkle up. I didn't iron it. It's flat as can be. So if you paint the backside, or if you just paint another design on the backside, you will flatten those pages. So if it's mixed media, now watercolor paper is treated on the front. I don't paint on the back. I know you could, it's paper, it's not gonna combust. But this was what started your artful journey, right here. And then here's another book. So this one I just see, and this one I was experimenting. So if you notice, I did different things. So this book, but see, I painted this side with chalk paint. So it flattened right out. I don't iron anything, not even my own clothes, probably you could tell. Love that Japanese set, don't know the name of it. The speed art at which you teach is perfect for us perfectionists. Okay, I'm going to talk about that, who want to nitpick everything we do. So the quick pace forces me to keep going, and then in 45 minutes have a great piece of art. Okay, and by the way, I'll be done at about 8:45, so I have 5 minutes. So Jabina? How do I say your name? Jabina. That was part Michigan in there. Here's the thing about me, and I'm going to tell you this, and I will just lay it all out there. I have anxiety and OCD issues. I clean up every surface when I am done. I am meticulous. I am neat. My laundry is actually done all the time. If you go into my spice drawer, it's perfectly laid out, and I will literally go buy a bottle of new thyme. If somebody brings me thyme to my house, Like the kids went grocery shopping and they would buy oddball brands and the bottles wouldn't match. Don't. I have an issue. I have lots of issues. However, I used to scrapbook. I have tons of scrapbooks. I'm very linear. I'm very lined up. I am in all areas of my life. That is part of who I am. That is not part of who I am as an artist. The old me, before art journaling, I'm going to open this and it'll be perfectly neat and clean. Idiots, because I've never used this set. The old me wouldn't really allow my watercolors to get so used and loved. These look really neat too. Forget it. I don't do that in my art. It has helped me tremendously. It has worked me through getting divorced from a narcissist who nearly took my home, my life. And just to let you know, it means that much to me. So carving out 15 minutes of time for myself and letting go is exactly what I do. Thank you for hitting that hot button for me. It really is who and what I'm about. And if you think I'm any different in this life, I have friends who know me and follow, like I go out with them. I wear the shoes proudly that I paint. I proudly am who I am. No more of that. No more of that. So thank you. I hope, last night might be an example of just randomly putting something down and not worrying what was happening. Vicky said the right brush makes a big difference. I only had a flat brush in the size I needed. It didn't work as well. Here is what I want to say about that. The right tool for the right job. That's what my dad said. I am an artist for Dynasty Brush. I do have a discount code with them. I love that company. The right tool for the right job. What makes your painting shiny? If I sealed them. Jobina, thank you for that. What's the difference between chalk paint and others? Chalk paint are more, they have a matte finish with no sheen to them whatsoever. They also dry quicker. I love chalk paints. They're great for furniture. I've used my body weight and have set on my closed journal after Hitomi. By the way, Hitomi and Connie have met me in person in classes I have taught. So what you see is what you get. That's why I don't prefer to do voiced over videos. It's not me. I think I swore on accident on Wednesday. Okay, I've used my body weight. Hitomi, you're hilarious. I have anxiety, OCD, all those things run in my family. Sorry, Mom. And I'm not shy about saying that. I just had a deep conversation with one of my kids, I won't say who, about our anxiety. And that's fine. Okay. I saw your shoes and I'm going out to buy a pair today. Laura, I have a really fun workshop that I did those shoes. These are the shoes. Now, you might wonder why I'm not wearing these. I already have a pair, so I just saved these for display. But when those other ones wear out, here they are. Ah! There we go. All right. So, see? You can paint anything on anywhere. Okay. Saw your shoes. Okay. Another great group, class and fun. Love you and love our tribe. Karen, am I speaking to you live? Did I see your name on that list? Okay. We appreciate you being with us. Thank you. I think your honesty helps us all to overcome. You know what? And I don't even know if we ever overcome. I think we just put it in the back lane, you know? I think it's just part of us. I think that's what makes, how do I word it? I think that's what makes me unique and you unique and everybody unique. So Annette said, caught the live. Annette, we're just finishing. No, I'm kidding. I've worn my shoes out and I get many compliments. I know. I love that. I was just at our new Aldi's the other day. It's Aldi, I think. And I was wearing my sunflower shoes and somebody said, oh my God, I love your shoes. I'm like, oh, I painted them. I now yell, I painted them. That's who I am. Okay. So I think, did I miss anything? I'm sorry. I try to get through all the comments, but they flash through. I actually need my glasses and don't want to wear them. So I got everything. Oh my God. And wine glasses. I paint wine glasses. Oh. All right. My kids enjoy doing the challenges with me. We are anxious to do day 2 and 3. Jennifer, what are the ages of your kids? That's something important I should mention. I really feel like I love it when our members say, I painted with my grandkids. I painted with my kids. We have, I have a lovely member that I talked to. I want to call her Katie Bug. And she shared with her kids. And I love that. 10 and 11. By the way, Jennifer, it goes so fast. I got to pull my sock was falling down and I can't concentrate. This is what it's like to be in a meeting with me. I can find everything that's wrong and be fidgeting the whole time. I had to go to a work lunch the other day and I felt like I was trapped in the chair. Jennifer, enjoy every time. My nest is just empty and it is bittersweet. I had a little bit of a bitter moment last night. Not bitter. I just texted all my kids, I love you, and I think they thought I was crazy. Not that it's crazy to say I love you, but I texted all. My nest is all empty. The link to your Artful journey. Have we not been given that? I'm sorry, I can't give links. Anne or Donna, are you behind the scenes? I'm sorry, I can't share links here. Thank you for asking. Love your classes, new to watercolors, and joined your Artful journey. I love when Spartans join my. Nancy, can I ask what part of, I almost said Brighton. What part of Michigan are you from? I'm from Brighton. Can't wait to learn more. Okay, good. You do an amazing job of catching and responding to questions and comments. I'm sorry. Yeah. We are now your nest. Oh, we are now your nest. You are. You know what I feel like, too, after you go East Lansing. Do you go to any of the games? I miss football. I miss going to I miss football. Okay, I'm a huge Go Green girl. All right, you don't lose it. Thank you, Anne. By the way, Anne, if you haven't gotten to know Anne, she deserves a big old break this week. Another Michigander, born in the Sioux, and I'm now living in Waterford. I live in California. Graduated, bought a one-way ticket. If you haven't gotten to know Anne, Anne is our community ambassador in your Artful journey. She's amazing, and I love her, and we love her. We love our Anne, and thank you, Anne. Do we see each other in your Artful journey if we want to? Do we see each other? We do a quarterly Zoom, and we'll be doing another one in October. They're not my favorite. They're really hard to do, but I love seeing everybody's faces. In your Artful journey and any place on the internet, I always say, I love seeing faces. I just don't give out addresses. Anne is a lifesaver. Did my undergrad at MSU. I used to have season tickets. We're having a great season this year. Yeah, Hate Daughter is in water. Yeah. Oh, good. Went to Horrocks in Lansing last week. Sorry, don't. Yeah, I do. Visually love to see faces. Yes, and I'm having a retreat in November. You'll be able to meet Anne, by the way. I miss Michigan for the fall colors as well. The campus is the most beautiful place in the whole planet in the fall. It stunk in the winter when I had to walk from the furthest dorm over. Yeah, thank you, Anne, for all you do. It's a small world. I have another grateful heart person reached out to me when she realized that we have a common friend, even though we live completely across the states from each other. That's the thing about your Artful journey. We have all connected. And for me, the connections are so important. I totally agree about Anne. She's been very helpful. She'll be at the retreat. We're flying her in just because nobody would come unless she's there. So we got her to go to Texas. We're flying her in. I want to be that person who's standing at the airport with like clown shoes and like dressed in full on everything with a sign that says Anne on it. That's what I would like to do. All right. And just so you know, I want you to know that your Artful journey, just so you know, was through connections just like this. My business partner and I met once. We've met now many times since, at Michael's headquarters. It wasn't until maybe 4 years later that she connected with me and your Artful Journey was born. Anne Anne, I don't even know. I know she had been following my art long ago when I would do this Mixed Media Mondays. And then here she came along to your Artful Journey, and we have never met. But one comment that I made and that she made connected us, and it has meant so much. And yes, that's you're looking at the heart of your Artful Journey. So thank you to my team, who without them this week, I couldn't do what I'm doing. Because the minute I told Donna all I want to do was paint, I was serious. Okay, just make sure the limo is there to greet Anne at the airport with the bubbles. Love it. Okay, with that said, we'll give the link again to joining your Artful Journey, and then this week doesn't have to end. The doors do close on Monday. That's it. I go back. People ask, why are the doors only open twice a year? Because this is what I'm doing, and working and challenges and art parties. I go back to your Artful Journey and we create, and that's what we do. And I'm so thankful for that, because last night, as I ended my night at 11:30, I thought to myself, I love what I do, but I'm tired, and poured the biggest glass of wine ever. Cheryl, don't pop in while you're driving. By the way, Cheryl lives in Michigan too. Okay. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. I want to thank you so much for joining me in this challenge. It's not the last challenge in my world. It is Donna, is it the last challenge for the year? It is. We have a retreat in November, a few seats left. I'm going to Oklahoma. I'm going to New Mexico. October and November, I can't see straight, but I'm so thrilled for it. In December, can we rest? I know the second I say I'm resting, my business partner's got a business plan. All right. I want to thank you all for this most amazing week, and I hope you enjoyed this challenge. I hope you got your $10 worth. I hope you got way more. And join me on Wednesdays. I'm around. If you want to connect with me, probably the best thing to do is send an email to Anne. I try not to email a ton. I try to go live and answer questions when I can. Can you tell the one thing I wanted to do? October is Oklahoma. Oklahoma. It was an amazing week indeed. Thank you. It was an amazing week indeed. To that, I say cheers. To that, I say cheers. $10 and more. Way more. Thank you. Thank you, and your amazing energy and creativity. God bless your day. I couldn't have said that better myself. Thank you. God already blessed my day when I woke up on the green side of the grass, and I said, thank you. By the way, we do have to do something when Anne arrives. I just want to be that person. All right. Angelica, I saw your name in this pad of paper. These are going to go up later onto the wall. The doors of fame. I filled up. I'm going to go in and do the rest of them. Stay tuned every morning on my Facebook page for the next Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. I'll be talking to your Artful Journey members, and you can hear from them what it means to them, because I can't really relay that. This 4-day challenge was perfect for me, and the price was great. I do not have the time to work on my art any more than that, and so I thank you for that. Joanne, that's all I ask. You gave me just that bit of time that I needed to be with you all. Thank you for that. I know time is precious, and I wish I could gift more of it, but as you could tell, when I pour myself to bed at 11:30 exhausted, I probably don't have enough of that to give myself. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Please continue to paint. Do something creative every day. It's written on my wall in front of me. I don't have a camera to show you, but it says, do something creative every day. Dream without fear. Live without limits. How about this one? I need to listen to this one. Never get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Can you tell I surround myself with things that remind me to stay focused? Have a wonderful and brilliant day. By the way, thank you, Brenda, for that lovely comment you left this morning on my Facebook page. I just want to say thank you. Have a wonderful day, you all, and thank you so much for this week.